Charlotte Pudding, the daughter of a Yonko, lived a childhood marked by rejection. Despite her bloodline, society scorned her for one reason, her third eye. She spent her early years hiding it, ashamed of something that made her feel less than human. Over time, that shame morphed into a dual personality. One sweet and kind, the other bitter, sarcastic and dark. But that darker side, it was more aligned with her true nature, and possibly the true nature of her race. Now here's where it gets wild. Imu-sama, the mysterious ruler of the world, also hides their face entirely. The only glimpses we get are of two visible eyes, sparking the question, what if they're hiding a third? Not out of shame, but because it's the source of their power. Let's not forget what Pudding could actually do with her eye. The ability to extract and manipulate memories like film reels, erasing parts of Sanji's past and storing them like data. It's a terrifying power when you think about it, and yet, somehow, Imu has done something even greater. They've erased an entire century from the memory of humanity. No one talks about it. No one remembers it. The Void Century was scrubbed from the world. Books destroyed. Scholars wiped out. That's not just war. That's memory manipulation on a global scale. Because here's the thing. War leaves behind stories, songs, ruins. But the Void Century left nothing. Except for the poneglyphs, ancient texts that only a select few can read. Pudding's eye could potentially interpret them. So what if Imu's eye, fully awakened and combined with ancient sorcery, doesn't just read history, but deletes it? And maybe that's why the Will of D still exists. These people, they don't have the full truth, but they feel it. They know something's missing. That matches what Blackbeard said, that people with the D live differently. They're aware, at some subconscious level, that something was stolen from the world, and maybe they're destined to get it back. So what if Imu's true power isn't just political domination, but cognitive warfare? Not a fruit power, not science, but a mystical ability rooted in the third eye and lost magic from an ancient civilization. Pudding's memory powers, just a fragment. Imu's power, it could erase entire nations' minds. And when you really think about it, that means Luffy's final battle isn't just against a world government or a shadowy monarch. It's against someone who controls the very memory of the world itself. The theory that Imu-sama belongs to the three-eyed tribe isn't based on mere visual similarity or speculation. It's backed by a series of logical and symbolic clues revealed throughout the manga, making it worthy of serious analysis. First, it's important to remember that Pudding, during her second growth stage, couldn't fully activate her tribe's abilities, namely reading the poneglyphs by awakening the third eye. Big Mom was confident that once Pudding's third eye awakened, she'd gain the power to decipher ancient texts. This implies that the third eye grants its bearer access to lost or hidden knowledge, especially connected to ancient civilizations. If Pudding, a young girl, represents an incomplete vessel of this tribe's power, then how much more advanced would Imu-sama be, having presumably mastered this ability over centuries? When Imu first appeared in Mary Joaz, the focus was heavily on her eyes. Oda deliberately hid her full facial features, only showing her eyes in very close, mysterious shots. This visual concealment is unlikely just for dramatic effect. It could be a hint that she possesses a third eye in the middle of her forehead, which she either deliberately hides or covers, given the sacred and dangerous nature of this tribe. Considering how Oda kept Pudding's third eye hidden for years before revealing it at the right moment, he may be repeating this with Imu-sama. The third eye is a powerful symbol in many cultures and ancient myths, closely linked to magic, hidden perception, and control over invisible forces. It's described as the center of spiritual insight, granted to those who can see beyond the five senses, such as perceiving through time, reading minds, communicating with spirits, or even influencing collective human consciousness. In some traditions, the third eye enables one to pierce the veil between worlds and navigate cosmic energies. It's not just a physical trait, but a conduit for supernatural connection far beyond ordinary human reach. In the One Piece world, this concept is embodied by Pudding, who, despite her incomplete awakening, could manipulate and pull memories from others, a distinctly magical ability. What she does goes beyond physical powers or typical devil fruit abilities. It's tied directly to the third eye's supernatural link to mind, memory, and soul. Though her true potential to read poneglyphs remains dormant, this suggests the third eye still conceals a deeper, untapped power behind its incomplete state. Since the third eye represents a global magical heritage symbolizing enlightenment and spiritual mastery, it's almost certain that Imu-sama, who wields mysterious magic and demonstrates demonstrates full control over dark forces like turning giants into demonic beings, possesses this trait. It's inconceivable that Imu's overwhelming power would exist without her third eye having awakened long ago, and she's likely perfected its use, making it the cornerstone of her dominance. Everything we've seen from her points to powers that surpass ancient weapons and devil fruits, linked directly to an eye that sees the unseen and commands the intangible, a mature third eye at the heart of the magic controlling the world. Moreover, the existence of forbidden texts in Ohara detailing the lost civilization, its ties to ancient weapons and poneglyphs, and the world government's eradication of anyone approaching this knowledge strengthens the theory that this ancient science is tied to the magic and hidden powers of the three-eyed tribe. While Pudding was born in an era rejecting these powers, Imu-sama, believed to predate even the world government, was likely among the first to wield this knowledge, possibly even the source of its spread or creation. The strongest point in this theory is that Imu-sama clearly outlives everyone else. While ordinary humans perish, she remains alive for hundreds of years. There's no clear explanation yet for her longevity, and no known devil fruit grants such an extreme lifespan. So where does this immortality come from? One possible explanation is that the third eye offers more than just the power to read the poneglyphs. It might serve as a gateway to hidden forces like time magic or reality manipulation. Imu-sama could have used ancient magic to freeze her body in time, or transfer her consciousness from one vessel to another, similar to some Eastern legends centered on reincarnation. It's also worth noting that the three-eyed tribe only appears in the story through Pudding, leaving their origins completely mysterious. We've never seen anyone else from this tribe, nor do we know their homeland, history, or their role during the Void Century. This mystery is likely intentional, as Oda seems to be hiding the fact that a member of this tribe has been pulling the strings behind everything from the very beginning, and that member is Imu-sama. Given all this evidence, a logical theory takes shape. Imu-sama belongs to the three-eyed tribe and awakened her powers long ago. This allowed her to read the poneglyphs and wield the ancient magic or knowledge Ohara's scholars desperately sought. She used this power to control the world and prevent anyone from getting close to the truth. She might be the one who banned all knowledge about the lost civilization because she alone understood its secrets, controlled them, and feared rebellion from other peoples who might gain similar powers. Therefore, the final battle in One Piece won't just be a fight against military forces. It will be a clash against a hidden magical legacy spanning centuries rooted in Imu's third eye. Luffy and his crew will have to confront this to finally break the cycle of rule built by this superior tribe.